All right, Sistas fans, this was given to me sometime last night. I don't have the exact source, but this seems to be from one of the actors' websites that pretty much list all sorts of different roles, or whether you're an on-screen character of dialogue, a background actor, just basically extras, if you will. But this is all from Sistas season 4, so I can't say this is 100% legit, but after reading through it myself and looking at things from the trailer as well as character names that were dropped in season 3, I'm thinking that this might be legit. So this might be a rather lengthy video because Sistas season 4, 22 roles, 22. So I'll try to go through these as quickly as possible. And just thank you to the person who sent this to me. But before moving forward in the video, make sure you take a moment to hit the thumbs up button to show you like it. Hit subscribe because, folks, we should hit 195,000 subscribers within the next 2 days. So basically by the end of the year, which is great as we move closer to 200,000 subscribers. Hit that bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content on the channel. Seriously, why would you want to miss out on that? There's a lot of new information come through the pipeline, especially with Sistas returning 1 week from today. And finally, follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. So yeah, let's start off with the first one. Of course, I'll read the name and description. Secretary, somebody in their 20s to 40s, white female. The secretary works at the Benson, Jones, and Leland law firm. Andy receives a series of flowers and visits from suitors, which the secretary screens. Now, we do know there's that moment in the trailer where Fatima actually is walking through the law firm carrying a vase of flowers, but it looks like a damn flower garden throughout the entire law firm, from the front desk down the hallway to Andy's office. So yeah, we're actually going to see this secretary quite a bit, it seems, because the role is for a recurring character. Now, the next role is Jenna Mackey, someone who is female, open ethnicity, in age 30s to 50s. Jenna is an FBI type agent who questions Karen about financial deals involving her ex-boyfriend Zach, recurring character. We saw this character in the trailer. She's the one that shows up at the salon and asks if Zach lives with her. So we actually know who she looks like. I mean, yeah, what this character looks like. Now, next up is Logan. Let me see if I can get this. Sorry, my dang mouse is messing up. Logan is in his 30s, late 30s or 40s, black male. Description: handsome but intimidating. Logan presents himself as a sketchy street guy who is probably a drug trafficker. Later, Danny discovers he is an undercover agent. His cover was so convincing, it is hard to believe he is an agent. He flirts with Danny, a gate assistant, while he waits. She is not interested and turns down all the advances he makes towards her. He is a recurring character. This could be, and I could be wrong here, this could be the same fellow who is like stopped by Danny and a security guard at the airport, but then tries to run away. So this could be Logan, and it looks like, Danny's going to chase him down. So it looks like that's Logan. Next up is Howard, someone 40s to 60s, black male. Howard is Danny's boss. Danny feels like a human trafficker may be at her gate, but he doesn't take her claim seriously. Howard is an ornery older guy who happens to be one of Danny's supervisors. I don't know if we saw him in the trailer. Maybe he's that. No, actually, no, I don't really know. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think we saw him in the trailer. I do believe we've heard of Howard before, like, Danny telling Zach that, their boss is going to be upset if you're late again or something like that. Tanya, 30s, black female. Tanya is one of Karen's clients. Oh, wow, we actually get to meet a client. She's just finished getting her hair done and is waiting for her new date to pick her up from the salon. When her date arrives, we realize he's an ex of one of Karen's best friends. Recurring role. Okay. Could it be Paris for Andy? Could it be Jacoby for Sabrina? Could it be Preston? Danny? I don't really know. Because when they say ex of one of Karen's best friends, it's just one of those things where when you really think about it, none of these women were actually in relationships. I mean, Karen and Zach had an on again, off again relationship. Danny and Preston never defined what they were. Sabrina always said she was never ready to commit to Calvin. Andy and Gary were having a straight up affair until he got a divorce and then they got engaged. So I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you who this person is that's going to pick up this Tanya girl from the salon. Airport officer, 40s, open ethnicity, male or female. The airport officer is called to address a concern that there is a passenger who is trafficking a young girl at the airport. Now, this could be the officer that is standing by where Danny is in the airport, where you had that young girl, and then the black guy who might be the person, Logan, who might be the quote-unquote undercover agent. So I do think we've seen this guy. Police officer, 20s to 30s year olds, all ethnicities male. The police officer pulls Andy and Karen over because they're in that blue car. Look, people, y'all making fun of me in the comments. I don't know much about cars. I know somebody in the what is it, BMW? I think somebody in the comments said, Jeremy, that's a BMW. I don't know. And we do know in the trailer there is that moment where Andy and Karen are being pulled over. Okay, the police officer pulls them over. Both women are concerned when he asks them to step out of the car, only to find out that someone has played a cruel prank on them. The police officer turns out to be a good-looking actor sent by Gary. What the hell? So Gary's up to some... a good-looking actor sent by Gary. What is this, to test Andy or something, to see if she would flirt her way out of a ticket? Because she took the car, meaning that I guess that she on some level decided to agree to take him back, because remember he said I got this car, it's a gift from me to you, I'm trying to do what everything I can to win you back, and Andy's like, it's too late. But yeah, unless she just takes the car, I guess that's a sign that they are back together. But this is probably one of his sick test of trust or something like that. I don't know. Bayo, somebody in his 30s, black male, very handsome and charming. Bayo is an African prince who recognizes Sabrina at a restaurant with her on and off again boyfriend Calvin. Calvin is offended when Bayo attempts to get Sabrina's number while they're on a date. Oh wow, yeah, we actually saw this guy in the trailer. Must be comfortable speaking in an African accent, recurring character. Yeah, we saw this guy. Next up, Johnny. In his 30s, black male. Johnny and Bayo are friends. He encourages Bayo to say something to Sabrina, not realizing that she is on the date. So Johnny and Bayo must be just hanging out at the restaurant, and then Bayo sees her from across the room, and then Johnny's his hype man. Jake, 30s, black male. Jake is an investing and financial whiz that works with Gary. He assists Zach with a stock he's recently purchased. He and Zach develop a close friendship recurring. Huh. Hopefully this isn't that same one, the financial advisor that, Andy gave her bank account information to and then made that huge transfer to her account at the end of season 1 and they got her in trouble. So we'll just have to wait and see. Doorman, 30s to 60s, open ethnicity male. The doorman works in Andy's high-rise. When Andy's belongings have gone missing, he informs her that she now owns a penthouse and her things have been moved to a new residence. So this could be the location where the girls are having their sister circle moment in the behind the scenes promo for season 4. And I'm wondering, wait, where are they? This looks like a brand new set. So yeah, it looks like she has a penthouse. Could this be Robin's doing? Or maybe Gary pulling out all the stops again? Mr. Robinson, 50s to 60s, open ethnicity male. Building manager at Andy's high-rise. He congratulates her on her recent purchase of the penthouse in her building. So I guess George Jefferson, Andy's been moving on up. Wow, okay. Officer Carice, 30s to 50, open ethnicity, male or female. Zach has been, oh shit. Zach has been arrested, and Officer Carice informs Zach that his lawyers have arrived to see him. He has lawyers? Huh. Bill Watts, 30s to 50s, open ethnicity male. Bill is a lawyer sent by Jake to help Zach with his arrest. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So maybe Jake is the key that Zach needed in order to get help with this. This could be the reason why Fatima takes that baseball bat and knocks out the windows in Hayden's car, because Zach got arrested. Kelly, late 20s, early 30s, open ethnicity, female. Kelly is on a date with Kelly is on a date with Preston when his ex-girlfriend Danny approaches them. So it seems like the situation with El Fuego is probably, the last straw, and Preston decides to walk away, and then he's on a date with Kelly. This reminds me of season 1 when Preston was on a date with that one chick towards the end of season 1 at that club Alonzo owns, and then Sabrina and Danny got in a huge fight, and then Danny and Preston got back together. So, Will, 40s, 50s, open ethnicity male. Will is a contractor working on Zach's new home. He informs Fatima that Zach has been arrested and he doesn't know if he'll receive payment. And then this could be the reason Fatima goes off on Hayden, because she finds out about Zach being arrested. Delivery man Riley, 20s, open ethnicity male. Riley delivers endless bouquets of flowers to Sabrina from a suitor, probably from Bayo, no doubt about that. Dr. Deck, 40s to 50s, open ethnicity female. Dr. Deck is Karen's I can't pronounce it. I'm guessing a baby doctor. Look, women, men, anybody who knows them, I can't say it. I don't know. Obstetrician. This is Karen's doctor who lets her know how far along she is. Nurse Lisa Childs, 20s to 50s, open ethnicity female. Nurse Lisa checks Karen into the hospital. Officer Downs, 30s to 50s, open ethnicity male or female. Officer Downs addresses an altercation between Zach and Hayden at Andy's and Fatima's office. So as far as I remember, I don't think Zach and Hayden have ever had an altercation at the law firm. So is that meant to happen this season? How many times is Zach going to get arrested? African girl 1 and 2, between the ages of 14 to 20, black females. The African girls recognize Sabrina in the supermarket and ask for a photo of her. Sabrina discovers that her new lover is a prince, and a picture of she and her lover are on magazines in his home country. Must be comfortable doing an African accent. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, this is looking pretty good. D.A. Jefferson, ages 40s to 60s, male, open ethnicity. The district attorney informs Zach and Andy, his lawyer, about the severity of Zach's most recent arrest. So Andy's going to represent Zach, y'all. Okay. I don't want to hype it up too big, but let me just put it this way. It seems that in season 4, we're actually going to get a variety of love interests for the women now. Or at the very least, they're going to try to get back men who have moved on from them. Like Danny and Preston, or in Sabrina's case, you have a freaking African prince. And wow. I don't want to get too excited, because even though the character descriptions look legit, they look freaking awesome. I just don't want to get too pumped up and then be let down, because Tyler Perry, he has a great knack for setting up stories, but then just fumbling the ball. But to see that we're going to have this many new characters in season 4, and the variety of storylines to come out of it, we're going to. I feel like we're going to be in for a treat, but only time will tell. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts. To be honest, even though the Zach storyline is obviously the number one, I'm actually interested to see this Sabrina storyline with the prince. I just hope that this prince isn't like a scammer or some other nonsense. You know how Tyler Perry does. Like, he'll have a perfectly, sometimes too perfect candidate for being the boyfriend of one of the sisters. but he'll end up making them a fraud or crazy or something in order to sabotage them, in order to make it so, oh, in the end, Sabrina is going to pick Calvin. Yeah, it's going to be Calvin all the way. But it's like, nah, I mean, she got a freaking prince here. And then Andy representing Zach. So it really does seem like we're going to see Andy kind of like, you know, step over to the side of Fatima and Zach. But I'm interested in like Karen and Andy in the car, like the fact that they're going to be pulled over. But it's like, so do Andy and Karen get back on good terms or something? I don't know. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm really hyped up, and just based on the fact that a lot of these characters were in the trailer or they've been mentioned in passing in the previous season, I do think that these character descriptions and names are legit. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, make sure you like and subscribe, and if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.